What's up, everybody? Welcome to Spread Space. I'm ClairV, and here we have Aquarius's reading. For some reason, I feel like it's been a very long time since we've spoken, Aquarius. I don't know. I feel like you're a stranger to me, and that's not right. So we have a mix between the Light Seers Tarot and the Urban Tarot. I blended these two decks together. And this, actually, luckily, these cards are in tin because I stupidly put my purse behind my friend's car after I got out the car, and when they went and pulled away, they literally ran over my shit. So my daughter came out and seen the car on top of all my stuff, and she's like, pull up, pull up. I'm like, hurry up, move, you're on my shit. So my one deck of cards was broken to pieces. Like, this was one piece, this was one piece, this was one piece. But this was just crunched a little bit. So good thing for tin. Something about that maybe has to do with that, Aquarius, about, you know, your what you put something in, something valuable. For Aquarius, what does Aquarius need to know? Alright, let's set it up, Aquarius. So this victory turned around as I am working through the worry. The victory turned around. We have 5 of Swords as almost like the theme or the main energy here. I don't know, it kind of reminds, like, looks like you have a headache, or he's speaking to you. He's giving you some kind of message, and it seems as though there's somebody else in the background, like, receiving this spiritual thing, like receiving this spiritual. Alright, so this worry, I'm just so drawn to this worry. These hands. What are you holding? What's in your hands? What have you been doing with your hands? What do you do when you're worried? I see an X-ray up there, a doctor. This is another 5. So right away, 2 5s for you, Aquarius, which 5s are all about challenge and change. And we have 2 of them so far. But like I said, with this worry, this victory turned around. This is the 6 of Wands. So you're on your high horse, you're in the spotlight. You've been crowned, and you know, right below that is this 8, this prudence right here, and this is saying that this victory came from long, hard work. Like, even though you were worried, you stuck with it. And then you have the painter and the seducer on either side of this 8, this prudence. So here, the Queen of Swords and the Knight of Cups, the seducer. So perhaps we work in a bar, work around a drink, work with a person, another person, this one-on-one, or you know, around drinks. Or the Knight of Cups is a very helpful individual. This is like the knight in shining armor. This is a man that will come to your rescue. Perhaps this is your help. This is like your right-hand man or something of that sort. This could be you or a man or a woman in your life. And this queen is also a person. This also could be you or a woman in your life. Like I read, this is your reading, your cards. So you decipher your messages how you see fit. Now, the Queen of Swords is very vocal. She's very communicative, very blunt and honest, straight to the point. And this is right below the worry. It's like you're holding the worry. Perhaps this worry is not even yours, it's somebody else's. So perhaps you are worried about somebody else's test or somebody else's results or somebody else's issues. But right after, it's like you're looking up at this Queen of Wands in reverse right on top of this. So this Queen of Wands has this instrument in her hand, which creates some kind of shocking event. Perhaps, maybe if it's not this instrument creating it, perhaps it could be as though she's holding it, and this happens at the time of this holding it. I hear face the music. Perhaps she's facing the music with this musical instrument in her hands, and it's like she's giving it power. So when the Queen of Wands is in reverse like this is somebody, again, a person. This could be a situation or a person that is lazy, that doesn't really want to put the work in, that is lacking the morals or the bravery, the valor, the fortitude to get through this change or this this grudge or this fight, because the Queen of Wands is looking at this Four of Swords, which is truce in reverse. So we have some kind of conflict, some kind of fight. Now with and this goes right along with what I was saying about the Queen of Wands. Like, usually she gets up and goes, and she knows what she wants. She don't stop it until she gets it. Well, you know, she's in reverse, so it's like her energy is depleted. She's all out of passion, all out of fire, all out of the or lacking the bravery or the motivation to move forward. This is really lazy, you know, stuck in a funk almost. And she's looking right at this truce. Perhaps the center of the thought is the bullseye, is what we should be aiming for. I guess there's 4 different thoughts or ideas or situations that are all leading to one main point. This is what is important, and perhaps this has something to do with this. Perhaps there is an argument or some kind of conflict between this Queen of Wands and the Queen of Swords, because you have the Queen of Swords looking up at the Queen of Wands, that's almost creating this this change, this something, this spark of fate or destiny. Something happens, and it's supposed to happen. It's happened in a divine sense, but there's a mix-up of energy or people or situations. Perhaps this is more than one person or more than one situation. But the Wheel of Fortune is a major, and it is number 10, which 10 are endings and new beginnings. So right on, you know, we have this queen looking up at the other queen that's causing this, and then this truce right above the box, which this is the 7 of Cups, which is real dreamy. This reminds me of like a Neptune Pisces type feel. It has like a very dreamy, aloof, kind of nostalgic, but here in the now, but foggy type of thing. Maybe we're having margaritas or slicing fruit. We're making something. This is a drink that we get at some kind of carnival or some kind of something. But you see it's late and the carnival is like shut down. Perhaps this is like the after party, or what happened after the main event, or after this wheel spun, and then right after here it goes to the 2 of Pentacles in reverse. Now it's like it's like something is pulling her down. Something is weighing her down. Or that she's being pulled in 2 separate directions. Yet the one's pulling her down, but the one is also pulling her up. So it's like she's being pulled in 2 separate directions. But in the 2 directions, and it's almost the same thing. Like I said, this is a real emotional, dreamy type feel with the cups, the 7 of Cups. Right above the 2 of Pentacles in reverse, we have the moon, which the moon, you see, is very dark, is very mysterious. And it has to do with emotions as well. We have this like coming up out of the swamp, and if you see, the ladder is broken to the moon. So it's like there is a gap or a space, perhaps, where like I see this in the gap, like in this space is this truce. So perhaps that's what this gap is. Perhaps we need rest, or we need to call a truce. Perhaps we must forgive. Like this is a very like take me as I am kind of thing, or like something is that, like I hear like that, like take me as I am is exactly how it's said. And the other card here is the Ace of Pentacles. So there is an opportunity here for a grand material gain, whether this is a new job or a new house or a new car or a new friendship. This is something you can hold, something you can touch. You're holding in your hand, and it's almost like you're watching it grow. And this is right on top of the Seducer. So perhaps this is a part of your family, or it's definitely a part of your growth here, Aquarius. Now, there are other cards on the board that might help us with the guidance in this message. Let's see if we have enough to fill the whole row to make a third. Well, it's perfect. And wow, right on top of the Ace of Pentacles, we have the 10 of Pentacles in reverse. It's like this grows into this, but it's like it feels like you're sacrificing your family or your friends for something material, and that doesn't seem right. This seems like some kind of separation. Like usually the 10 of Pentacles is the togetherness and, you know, a family, deep-rooted family. When it's in reverse, we have like a loss of a something, or perhaps, excuse me, perhaps this is an ending of something, and that makes sense because we have the Ace, which is the beginning of a new, and on top we have this 10. It's like in order to be able to hold this, it's like this doesn't grow, this grows from this. So we have this growing. Perhaps we do have to sacrifice our family or time with friends in order to make this grow. Love you, thank you. Alright. So perhaps that's what it is. It's like, it's like you have your work and your family, and it's like, in order to make this thing grow, he'll be back, sit with mommy. In order to make this thing grow, we have to be away from our family or away from this in order for this to grow. Now, right next to that, we have the Queen of Swords with her back toward this. So it is like some kind of separation. It is like you're alone, or like you have to be alone in order to come up with this decision or to hear this message, because you're not hearing it. You're tangled up in all of this worry, because we have this right above, this Two of Swords right above the worry. So perhaps we are all tangled in the worry of this message or these messages, but you're not getting them or hearing them or seeing them at all. You have this blindfold on, and it is reversed, so the blindfold does come off. You are focused on this Emperor in reverse. This could be you, this could be a situation, or this could be somebody you know. Usually the Emperor is the ruler of the kingdom, you know. Right next to the Emperor, we have this Prince of Wands in reverse, the journalist. So perhaps there's like a writing block or something with this communication. When you're not receiving the messages, we have to be alone, especially by the water. She too has something in her hand, a long stick, a flute, a violin, an instrument, something. But we have to break free from this Emperor. Now, like I was saying, the Emperor is like the boss man, right? He's very disciplined. He doesn't let his emotions get in the way, and I think this is the issue here, because we have the Prince of Wands in reverse right next to the Emperor, and it's like we're stuck between the swords and the wands, which is like our passion and our thoughts, and the Emperor in reverse is in the center. So it's like this, there's no discipline, there's no responsibility, we're not taking responsibility for our actions. Perhaps this isn't us, perhaps this is somebody else. We know a person like this who's knocked off their throne. Perhaps normally they are responsible, they make it to work, they make these rules and they stick by them, but now perhaps it is because of this conflict and this worry. We have the 4 and the 5 with this Queen of Wands, this depleted energy right on top of this Emperor, and another 10 on the corner right after the Prince of Wands opposition. What beautiful imagery. You see these, I see it as steps going up, although it's not. It's oppression in reverse. He's walking out of the jail cell, so this is like freedom. But I see it as somebody walking up the steps into this new thing. But there's this like gate. You see this is the 7. It reminds me of the 7 of Wands on the back of his shirt, which is some kind of deception. At least it's like we're being freed from this oppression, but that comes with this emotion. Perhaps that's what it is. This Emperor is too much into his emotions. Normally the Emperor is very logic. He doesn't mix his emotions with his logical decisions that he's trying to make. But being that we have this Prince of Wands in reverse, I just hear this like yelling or this loud things. We're not getting the peace and quiet we're all entangled. We're unable to receive these messages. So until we're peace and quiet and alone and enjoy it, like this Queen of Swords, that's where she's right on top of this victory. That's where the victory is. You have to be in the spotlight, in the limelight, or look to the limelight, so that way we can make this decision or figure this out. We have both of these 2s, the 5s, the aces, and the 10s. So we have this complication with a decision or a choice between beginnings and new endings. And here is the last 3 cards remaining. These were the 4 cards that were like this in the beginning that I said we'll save for the end. So for you, Aquarius, I see Gemini and Libra. Perhaps those readings, or maybe you know a Libra or a Gemini, maybe they will help you. This Justice tells me that we should be fair when coming up with this decision or when we're in the midst of this worry, we have both of these Queen of Swords out. Both of the Queen of Swords are on the board. So we have to take on this Queen of Swords energy. And this like reminds me of that. This is the truth and power. This is standing. Reminds me of this Queen of Swords. Like standing in your truth, standing in your power, standing up for what you believe in, never backing down. And then yeah, we have this fertility in reverse. Like, remember what I said about this card, this oppression in reverse? I said it reminds me of the Seven of Swords, and that's exactly what it is. This is the Seven of Swords in reverse, and that's exactly what this reminds me of. This is we're being free, or we've been caught. Perhaps we tried to take a shortcut, or we tried to deceive someone, we tried to get over on someone, perhaps someone tried to get over on us, but it didn't work. It didn't work. And now we know, now we know. But like that truce, this four, and this is the big conflict. And perhaps that this is exactly what it is. It's like the lack of peace. Perhaps it is the way the world is with this astrology and shit, everything going on. Perhaps there's it's in your birth chart, Aquarius, or hard aspect, where we need to put our guard up. We need to be protected at this time. We need to protect our bubble, whether it's from a person, people, from a situation, from just energy in general. Because right after that, we have the other Ace of Pentacles, which is the Ace of Discs in this deck. And here we have this, it looks as though this man, this big muscly man, is like holding this thing together where this pentacle resides. And it seems as though the vision isn't complete, because if the coin was turned like this, he would have a full, complete vision. Perhaps that's why we do have to be like this Queen of Swords and be, this Ace of Discs. It looks as though he's holding on, but it's like he's like protecting, he's like blocking it. Perhaps that's what has to happen in order for, perhaps this is the choice between work and family, or work and time, or work and relationships. This is work and home. And when we have this and then we have this, it's like perhaps we have to drop the pentacle in order, or integrate this pentacle into here, so that we can have our family and our job at the same time. I'm gonna check in this book. These are new cards. We're gonna see Queen, and then the Pentacles, the Queen of Swords. Her right hand raises the weapon vertically, and the hilt rests on an arm of her royal chair. The left hand is extended, the arm raised. Her countenance is severe, chastened, and suggests familiarity with sorrow. Like she's used to pain. This is like taking pain like a badass. Like, this is like one tough bitch. This is widowhood, female sadness, and embarrassment, absence, sterility, mourning, privation, separation. So yeah, like I said, perhaps there has to be a separation of one thing so that another thing can come together. Like we were saying here, from this ace to the 10. We have a lot of 10s, you know. We have this Wheel of Fortune at 10. We have the oppression, the 10. We also have the 10 of Pentacles, another 10. And we have these 2s, the 2 of Pentacles, and the 2 of Swords. We have these Queens, both of these Queens, here to say hello. Both of these 5s again. Both the 5s. And we have another 2. Another 2. So we definitely have to be balanced. And I say alone. And even if you are alone, you are never really alone. You always have yourself, you have the spirit, you know. We always have something. This justice stands for equity, rightness, probity, executive. So yeah, we have to be a boss. Perhaps this is becoming an executive. Like, and if it isn't in your work, like at your physical work, perhaps you're becoming executive, like controller of your emotions, so that way you can get back on your throne. Because after that, you see, he is now, the emperor is now upright. And I see horns on his head. Perhaps there's like a malintention, like a bad intention. Like he looks really evil, like a thirst for power. It's like, I'm gonna get it no matter what way. And this is like, let's feel our emotions and let's do everything the right way, even though we might be tangled in our emotions. You know, even though we might be off balance a little, but we have to do the right thing. And as long as you do the right thing, you know, you'll be back on your own. And you gotta stay with it, because we do have 7s too is a big one. We have a double 7s. So yeah, that's a beautiful rating. Beautiful rating, Aquarius. I hope this helped in some way or in many ways. If you resonate at all, can you please hit that like button, let me know. Don't forget to subscribe if you have yet to do so. I appreciate you, Aquarius. I love you. And yeah, thank you. See you soon. Bye.